So if you cause the damage in your psyche early on, you will carry that the rest of your career. You might become better at coping with it, but it never goes away. It'll always be that little limp, that little crick in your back, that little bum knee sensation you get when it rains. It'll always be there. When you do certain trades, it'll jog your memory of it. And then while you're in a trade, you'll be thinking about, man, that was a dumb trade. Is this going to be like one of those again? Are you focusing on that trade? Or are you worrying about and reliving and having a flashback moment and having a PTSD episode? As soon as you lose sight of your trade, in the beginning, not 30 years later, but in the beginning, as soon as you lose focus and you start having your attention somewhere else, close the trade. You've lost the plot. Oh, this guy just said close. You need to reward yourself for being disciplined. Disciplined is not taught. You can't buy it in a course. You can't read it in a book and acquire it. You can't have a 5-minute trainer or Cliff Notes edition of anything, my stuff or anyone else's, and get discipline. It's forged through pain, struggle, and finding the outcome that is favorable that you couldn't identify or see at the time. And because over time you do these types of things, and you know what it was like to be going through it painfully, doing things that you shouldn't do, taking on more risk, taking on more contracts, because I know what you're thinking. It's the same thing that I've talked about, and my son lived it. They will tell you that you can trade up to 15 contracts if you use a $150,000 account. Sure. Sure, you can do that. And you're thinking, well, it's worth the risk. It's like a lottery scratch off. It only cost whatever it was. I don't even know what they cost to get the combine started. But what happens if it works, man? It's like a big shortcut, because if I can get the funded, something magical is going to happen. I'll learn how to trade then. It sounds funny, and probably some of you are laughing because that's exactly what you were thinking too. As long as I got to the funded part, then I'll know what I'm going to do. I'll pick the right trades then. I'm in a hurry. I just want to get through that first stage. And these funded companies are loving that. They're making lots of money with reset fees. You can do this, but you have to change how you think. You have to lower your expectations, and that's not a bad thing. Trade with one contract. Trade with one contract. And I promise you, this is what you're going to have happen. You're going to use one contract. You're still going to trade impulsively. You're still going to get in there because you want to have something good happen. And then you're going to go into drawdown. And that one contract, you'll have 3 handles, becomes 7 handles, drawdown. Stop. You can afford to trade more because the max loss day, whatever it may be, you're not there yet. Still, stop. Can you stop? 99% of you won't. That's a problem. That is a problem. Because if you can't control yourself and say, you know what? I can stop right now and I'll come back tomorrow. Even if this does move where I thought I was going to go today, or if it moves even way beyond that, it doesn't matter because you weren't in that trade, so you can't regret it. You weren't in that trade, so you can't regret it. You have to start somewhere, forging discipline, being self-responsible, and that way you know that you can control yourself in the future and you can trust yourself, because what you're doing, and you don't realize it, you're pushing the button in these instances with a demo account or in a combine because you know that you wouldn't be losing that money. If it's wrong, that money is not coming out of your bank account. It's not coming out of your live equity. So it gives you this false sense of security. And it feels like you have all upside, no downside, but you still have to pay for a reset. And you're paying in time. You're wasting time instead of just doing it the right way. Every one of these combines Every single one of them. All of you could do it in a month. All of you could do it in a month. But all of you want to do it in the minimum time. All of you want to do it in some guy's challenge on YouTube. Do it in this amount of time. Uh, how about make $5 million after taxes? Let's talk real money. Okay, stop with the Mickey Mouse shit. All these challenges, do this and do that. No, 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 no. I'm teaching you how to be the best trader that you can be. And if you want to listen to other people tell you shit, you're welcome to do that. But that combine, whatever company you're using, every single one of them are Mickey Mouse level easy. They collectively understand that you are going to do what I've been talking about in this entire Twitter space tonight. You're going to be reckless. You're going to be impatient. You want to just get through that first step, that unprofitable, unfunded challenge, that contest. Who you competing against? You. You are. You are competing with yourself. And when you blow it, who'd you lose to? You. So doesn't it make sense to figure out what the fuck you're doing wrong? And that's why I talk like this. That's why I talk about the things outside of the concept in a video. You think I'm talking about dumb shit. I saw a guy on one of the dudes that take my Twitter spaces, and it'll be in YouTube. He does it. Um, the comment section of some goober. If you want to make money, or if you want to have more people watch your videos, you can cut the bullshit out and just get to the trading parts. Dude, you're listening to this. You are absolutely fucking doomed. You're never going to make any money. The fact that you don't want to listen to someone that has gone through it, figured out how to fix it, and has taught other people how to do it, and they're making fortunes because they have adjusted and did these things in their own trading. There is no shortcut. There's no way around these things. Whether you are met with it right now or in the future, every single one of you will come across this bridge in the road, and either you stop trading because these things are going to be in front of you, these problems that every trader has, or you learn how to deal with it on an individual basis. Like, you are going to wrestle with things that the next person isn't, but it's all the same things: uncertainty, performance anxiety, rushing, not being organized. And the top of the list, unrealistic expectations. My son went into it thinking, I'm ICT's son. It's going to be easy, like a video game. I'm going to be able to tell my dad, this is what I did. Bada bing, bada boom, it's done. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom, you got your ass done. It's over. Now you got to fix it. But now you have it harder because you have to fix all of that negative thinking. You got to cope with that now, which makes everything exponentially harder, but not impossible, but much, much harder. And when I talk to you this way, and most of this stuff is designed for my kids, I'm telling them how to avoid all these things. And two of my boys now have tasted this shit. Cody thought he was going to whip crypto's ass, and it whipped his ass. I told him to stay away from it, didn't listen. Okay. He's not trying to trade. He's sour by it. Doesn't want to talk about it. Doesn't care. Okay, I get it. He wants to be the owner of his stepfather's business, and he thinks he's going to be passed on to him. I don't think that's going to happen. But he's an adult. Let him do what he wants to do. Cameron tried to do it the video game approach. All wrong. Caleb, slow and steady. Not trying to be big, not trying to worry about getting out of his job real quick. Just real slow and steady. Real slow and steady. And he'll get there. I'm confident. I'm confident he will have all the traits that I want all of my kids and all of you as my students to have. He's not in a hurry to go in and tell his boss, I don't need to be here anymore. And because of that, he has the right mindset and it'll carry him. He has no girlfriend, no social life. It's work, study, markets. That might not be for you. Okay. I already said I'm not for everyone. The markets are not for everyone. But there is no sugar-coated cookie cutter approach that you're going to be able to walk out there, start making money, have no problems, no issues mentally, no baggage, no drawdown that causes you to think recklessly. There's nobody teaching this stuff. They're all trying to entice you to buy courses, buy memberships, buy products, follow me, copy me trading. You have to deal with the realities of you're going to do it wrong. What are you going to do when you do it wrong? How are you going to cope with it? How are you going to get past it? I've been there. I've been there lots of times. And I thought I had it figured out way faster than I really needed to invest more time. But I had to discover this stuff going through it, patching myself up, stopping the bleeding, and working extra jobs when I didn't have a whole lot of free time as it was, just to get a little bit of money to start doing it all over again and making the same mistakes, thinking that I was going to get a different result. And many of you are doing that, even with my concepts. You're trying to force something that's not in the chart. You're trying to see a breaker. You're trying to see a fair value gap, a silver bullet, because you want it to be there. You're impatient. You're not waiting for it to form. You want it to be there. So you're going to look for it. And damn it, you're going to see it. They're like ink blots. They're Rorschachs. They're projecting what you want to see. And you're fooling yourself instead of understanding how to read price for real. And you can't do that quickly. I've never said that you could do it quickly. But once you understand how to read price and you understand how to determine where the draw on liquidity is, 90 fucking days, you apply that silver bullet, you don't need a job. That is not 90 days you can quit your job. There's people out there taking my comments and making YouTube channel videos saying I'm going out there and telling everybody to quit their job in 90 days. No, you have to at least know what price is doing apart from the silver bullet. Silver bullet's just a multiplier. It's a model that lets you go in and act on what you should already understand about the marketplace. You're not doing that in 90 fucking days. Okay. You're not. You will not. Okay. So that way we're understanding ourselves.